Public transport operators are raising serious concerns over what they described as inconsistent enforcement of transport regulations, claiming that their livelihoods are being threatened by unlicensed competition and a lack of proper oversight. Operators who are fully licensed and insured say they are being forced to compete unfairly with drivers operating under P licenses, individuals who, they argue, are not held to the same legal and financial standards. President of the National Buses Association, Derek McKenzie, says operators who pay for route stickers, licenses, and insurance are competing with others who use private or P-licensed vehicles for hire without the same cost or obligations.
These people are not authorized to work, or these vehicles are not authorized to work. And it's so ironic that the person that actually travels with these vehicles would pay more than the stipulated bus fare in a lot of instances, because we have Noah's and Escudos that is charging $5 a person to go to different places, like and run in the Grand Anse route in particular. And the government said to us, this is not the right time to increase this fare. They would have offered us some rebate trying to protect the public. But here we have the same public that the government is trying to protect are willing to pay $5 for a short drop. And the regulated buses cannot charge more than this because
he argues that authorities are failing to enforce the law to protect legitimate operators.
We have a big meeting coming up this weekend. We're going to address it there and to determine how we see it fit to go forward. But it's a really serious concern. We've been making a whole set of noise about it, and it seems like it's falling on deaf ears. Enforcement is not enforcing. The regulators not regulating. They only regulate the authorized buses, and that's our stance. So if a vehicle is not authorized to apply for hired service, it's not insured in that capacity, it's not inspected and licensed to carry passengers or to charge a fare for a hired service, that is a problem. And the regulators need to regulate, enforcement need to enforce. They need to have boots on the ground to deal with these things, because eventually stickers are not relevant anymore.
Public transport vehicles, often marked with official route stickers, are required to follow specific routes and use designated terminals, incurring additional operating costs. However, operators claim that those not in compliance are still being allowed to function freely without consequences. The operators are calling on the authorities to crack down on unauthorized vehicles and to restore fairness to a system that they argue is rapidly losing control. Efforts to get a comment from the Transport Commission have so far been unsuccessful. Christina John, GBN News.